Definitely.
All right, so I'm going to basically introduce the podcast. Thank you all for coming.
Mhm.
This is KTCG. So what KTCG stands for is keep the conversation going. We basically want to gather different topics that the everyday people go through. They may not have the chance to talk about it amongst their friends and family. We just want to bring that community together, talk about these statements, and then push it out to the real world. So today, before we get into the episode, I'm going to talk about just Zoom etiquette and podcast rules. If you deem to be in a noisy background, you can mute yourself. If you have a disagreement or rebuttal to somebody's statement, you can wait until that person is finished. And just be mindful. There may be a topic where you want to talk a lot. So if you want to take the chance to sit back, let other people speak, and you can collect your ideas, so your argument can be concise. You can also save time, and then everybody else has a chance to share. And
Mhm.
so the topic today, I don't know if we can introduce ourselves. My name is Hamed. I'm Jimise's boyfriend. And Gemise, would you like to
introduce myself?
Yes.
Yeah, so my name is Gemise, pre-K teacher.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't mention what.
Oh yeah, I do IT. I'm an IT technician. I work for a help desk company in Manhattan. Yeah. Anybody can go further, so I'm gonna choose somebody.
I'm Javier. I do law. I mean, I'm in law. And I write. So that's it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Cool. I'm Mahamadou. I'm in the culinary industry. Yeah. I went to the same high school with Jimmy. So yeah.
So I'm Bacare, work in risk management at an investment bank, and of course, went to Baruch with Gemise and Hamed, so that's where we met.
Alma mater.
Mm.
And I also went to Baruch. My bad.
Cool,
They just
cool.
pulled me off the street. Yeah. Yeah. Come here.
Cool.
All right, so
Hey,
we're going to
Justin.
jump into the fifth episode of the podcast, and Jamise will basically introduce the episode.
Yes. So thank you again. As you saw, I'm basically gonna ask a set of statements. You're gonna give me a thumbs up if you agree. You'll put it here if it's in the middle, or you'll do a thumbs down if you disagree.
Yeah.
And then after that, you'll be able to share your reasoning as to why you agree, disagree, or you're in the middle. We're good?
Sounds good.
All right, we're just gonna get right started, okay? Men should pay on the first date, no exceptions.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Mahamadou and Bacare agreed.
Yeah.
Mahamadou, you want to start us off on why you picked
I
that?
mean, I think the first date, because for me, I always like to take on the lead, to show my presence, to be aware, for her to realize I'm here, So in that case, I always be like, all right, I'm gonna take care of the first bill, and then don't worry about it. The next one, maybe, or the following after that, you could probably take care of it. But the first one, usually I'll go for that. I feel that's just a me thing,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Bacare.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm kind of in between with it. I think for me, I always pay, especially if I'm the one inviting you out. It's just for me, kind of the chivalrous thing to do. I think the second half of the question was there's no exceptions. There's probably situations where you may let the girl pay, if she's the one who invited you, or you just really feel me going through a rough time and she's aware and doesn't have an issue and doesn't mind covering it. Then by all means, let Shorty cover it. But otherwise, I think especially for the first one, it would be cool if you could cover it, I guess.
Okay.
Definitely. Javier, you disagree, right?
Yeah.
Hamed, what do you
I would
All right, so we're gonna move to Hamed and then we'll move to Javier.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the reason why I chose the middle is almost similar to Bacare's statement. There's, I guess, up and coming women or new age women becoming more independent, and they probably would even offer to pay for the first date. And it's always good to see if like the person that you're dating for the first time would even offer to pay for the first date, because you know that would probably give the message of, oh, she probably wants to be a partner in the future, or like she doesn't mind working together to solve a problem in my eyes, right? And so, or another aspect is that she's probably challenging tradition. She probably wants to break out of that, or all men have to pay on the first date. And another reason why I was also in the middle was because, yeah, if I am inviting her to date, like maybe to an expensive restaurant, maybe I just want to show off because I just got money like that, then I'll, offer to pay for the first date. Maybe I can bring other dates. Not to say that I'm dating other women, but, if I was single, that would be my mindset.
Yeah. Okay. Javier, you can go.
Yeah, I'm fucking poor. So right? Let me say a serious answer. I think, I'm echoing a lot of what you guys said, and what really was the thing was the no exceptions, which is why I said no. Of course, there's going to be times where it's like, I'll pay, but I don't even want that initial assumption, because a lot of the times when guys pay, we think we're owed something. Like, oh, okay, so this was a date, I paid, now what happens next? I'm not saying that's always the case, but that's, it's what people think, unfortunately. I genuinely believe that if you want to pay, then you'll say it. And a lot of the times the girl will be like, no, we can split it. It's really a discussion always, so I'm going to say no, because there's never going to be a time where I'm like, absolutely, I'm paying. Because if you say, no, let's split it, it's chivalrous for me to be like, bless up. You got it, queen.
I have something to add to that, because I feel like there's also like, to add to your point, Javier, I feel like some women like to take advantage of that idea that men have to pay. So, like, if you like a woman and you tell her that you like her, and like you tell her where you're gonna take her out and you're gonna pay for everything, she might just take advantage of that and be like, "Oh, he just gave me a free meal," and then next thing you know, she's never hitting you up again. Like that relationship just ends there because she wants to be treated nicely, and then that's it.
That's why you go to Wendy's on the first date. You get the 4 for $4. Come on, bro.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, that was my perspective there. All right, so next statement. It's about to get a little juicy. Men are allowed to hit women in self-defense.
Oh.
I'll repeat it again just to make sure. Men are allowed to hit women in self-defense.
All
right, so we got all right. So since Javier and Hamed agree, Hamed, start us off.
Okay. I think hands are gender neutral. I feel like if
I'm sorry.
I just feel like if you don't know like a woman's strength nowadays, some women be working out. Like, and not all men. I'm like you look like you work out, Mahamadou, but like some women be like they be in the gym too. So I feel like this notion of like at all times men are stronger than women. I feel like that's like a red herring. I don't think that's always true. Like I feel like if women have the right angle, like the right moment in time, they could knock you the hell out if they really put force behind their emotions. And not saying like you just have to completely maul a woman to dominate her or like in self-defense, but like, like if you're getting beat up, right? And like she's obviously winning and people, people are always recording, like that's gonna stay with you for the rest of your life. You're gonna be like, oh, you're that dude that got beat up and there's a video of you online about that. And like, I know for men it's difficult because this is a controversial statement. Like if you're completely beating a woman, okay, but like if you're like blocking or like, you know, maybe hit her one time and like, you know, how like women get slapped and they like recollect everything that they have in that moment and you're like, okay, maybe I should stop and not pursue. But like I don't believe anyone should be putting hands on anybody, but in self-defense, if I'm getting attacked, I feel like I gotta defend myself. I'm sorry. I might not, depending, I can maybe gauge the woman's strength and be like, okay, maybe I don't really have to, you know, like box her. Maybe I could just block, you know, maybe restrain her or something. But like, yeah, I really believe hands are gender neutral. That's no joke on that.
So gender neutral hands.
Yeah.
All right, Javier, what you got for us?
Wait, can I first ask, like, is that a cry for help? Like, you know, I see you glancing every once in a while. Like, guys, she's beating my ass, bro. Please. Let me say. Yeah, I mean, you know, the hands are rated E for everyone, you know? Like, I think, no, again, I'm gonna say a joke and I'm gonna be real. I think domestic abuse it's an incredibly serious topic. And, you know, if a man, which is why originally I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I'm not gonna, like, never put your hands on anyone, you know? If you're a homosexual partner, don't put a hand on your husband or your wife, you know? Just don't hit your partner. But if someone, you know, friend, partner, coworker puts their hands on you, you know, you don't make them not put their hands on you again, right? Like dead ass. I don't understand why, you know, you would allow yourself to just be like, yeah, I guess I gotta get my ass beat. I don't even care about like the public appearance thing. It's more so just, you know, like respecting each other, you know? Because clearly if somebody's willing to hit you, they don't respect you. You know, they don't, I don't know. It's such a nuanced topic because also maybe you deserve it. Maybe, you know, you were a disgusting animal and you know, you were trying to troll on this girl at a bar and she slaps you, you know? So I don't know. I think that's what, sorry, let's try to thought a little bit. It's nuanced, but I'm going to say, again, in some situations, absolutely. Absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah, it's definitely nuanced. I agree with that.
Yeah. All right. Between Bacare and Mahamadou.
Me, I disagree, 100%. I disagree
Why?
because I think it should, like, personally, I think it should never get there. Like, for you guys to be hating each other, so I think it should never get there. But another thing, I know something that's called running the fuck out the house or walking away. You know what I mean? Because, because as a guy, I think when you lay your hands on a woman, you will never have the right again. Like the odds is always against you at that point. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like no matter what you do, you're never gonna be right. And then, yeah, it's best to walk away because even though you've been recorded, like you said, you know, we live in an era that everything is getting recorded. You don't want to be that guy on social media, you know, getting bashed and stuff like that. But as you walking away, that shows the growth in you. Like that, yo, like no, I'm not ready to stand there and really fight with you. Like you know what I mean? And as trans white, like we way stronger than women, bro. Come on, it's like physically, bro, is different, bro. If you will hit a woman, bro, it's like, come on, what you trying to do? Because when you angry, bro, the type of strength that you about to hit her with is like it's different. You're not just hit to hit. Yeah. Like you're not just hit to just like, you know, hit. You're hitting with all your strength, so that's a whole different strength that God has blessed us guys with, you know what I mean? So I think with all that being there, I think it should never get to that point of me hitting you. I should just walk away and maybe try to diffuse the situation later on. Like, you know, it's always other ways of diffusing things without actually getting to that physical fight, you know? I mean, personally, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Diffuse the situation before you knock her lights out. I get it.
Yeah, like, come on, right?
All right,
All right.
Me personally, I would say for me, like at its max, like I would do, if anything, like, because I don't really look at restraint as being like, you feel me, like really hitting. Like if you getting like attacked and you're just kind of like holding your hands down, just to, like, you know, obviously like protect yourself, but also not like, you know, extending and hitting her, like that would be ideal. But I mean, you know, ideally you would just more than anything, even avoid it getting that far. Like, hopefully, you're in a situation where you can kind of just like, separate yourself from the situation.
Mhm.
Hopefully not at home, because like you're not gonna leave your house for just have all your shit destroyed or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in the event that you can't avoid and you kind of have to still be there, whatever would keep you there. But then, obviously you're not gonna sit there and be like a punching bag. It's like restraint. For me, it's probably as bad as it's gonna get. So yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm thinking in the sense of like, it's not just women that you know. Like, it could be a stranger. Like, this woman can grab a weapon. This woman can grab anything to like try and dismantle you. And so, for me, with our strength, as Mahamadou put it, if I'm being attacked by a woman who may have a weapon, who may have something that could like end my life, do I not hit her in that situation?
No, you just
Like block it.
Yeah, the Matrix, you know?
If I know I can knock her out because she has a weapon, do I not make that decision in that moment of time if I feel like my life is threatened,
Yeah, let me also. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's just basically Javier, you can go. Yeah.
Also, like, my thing is, like, you guys are talking about, being stronger and like being able to like hold these women down.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are both I'm 5'6". I'm a short king, bro. I go to the gym, but like, I'm a short fucking king.
Yeah.
So if somebody, and I mean, I don't know if you guys have. Unfortunately, I have had like someone attack you with like 100% of their strength.
Mhm.
I get it, like, oh yeah, guys are stronger than women. Fuck that. I'm going to be real with you. If you've had a woman hit you at 100% in the jaw, it hurts a lot, So, and again, you're not even encountering like the idea of a weapon, like, and people, they chase you. You've seen those fight videos. They'll run after you on the street just because you walk out. Oh no, I'm not going to do this. Oh, word, slapped upside the head. I like your cut, G. Like I once again, I'm not saying always that's the solution, but I think you guys are all saying the same thing, by the way. I think we're all on the same point where it's nuanced. Every once in a while there will be an exception where, sometimes you got to do it. You got to do it to them.
Yeah, for sure. And to Hamed's point, the point he made, I mean, I think there's definitely situations that will make you drop your morality. Like for me, like I've had this conversation before, and I think for me the example that comes to mind, like I'm sure all of us have seen like them sick ass videos online of like babysitters attacking children, right? Like it's situations where like I'm like, all right, it's all bets off. Like I'm catching a body today, right? So the situations you can be put in as a man that would really feel me, like put you at a crossroads with stuff like that. And like Hamed's point, I mean, if it's like a life or death situation, then of course you're not gonna sit there and be like, damn, yo, I don't want to be a woman beater, so I'm gonna let her kill me. Like, stuff don't really work like that. So I mean, like I said, ideally, God willing, we're never in these situations. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Mahamadou, diffuse the situation. So next statement. I protect my bro even if he's doing something unfaithful.
Oh my God.
Can I ask
one more time?
Yeah.
One more time.
Here's a question.
So what do you mean by protect, and what do you mean by unfaithful?
All right, repeat it one more, and then you can explain.
Yeah. So I protect my bro even if he's doing something unfaithful. So if you know he's cheating or talking to a woman or what other unfaithful stuff could
Just
it be?
being like whatever your idea of unfaithful is, like if your bro best friend is in a relationship and he's dating somebody faithfully and he's out here cheating, smashing other women, going to strip bar, it's basically breaking that trust in their relationship. Would you be a snitch?
Would you be a snitch? Would you tell his partner?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, if you see, well, I'm pretty sure this is like a different environment, but like if he's involved in domestic violence, if he's beating on,
that's also true.
Like would you call the cops, stuff like that?
Yeah, all right, I'm down.
Yeah.
All right, so Javier agrees.
So you said if I would protect my girl if she's being unfaithful.
You protect your bro.
Your bro.
Oh, my bro.
Best friend, yeah.
Would you keep it between you and him?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not protecting him.
Wait, I'm not protecting. Not
I'm
protecting.
not protecting.
You're not.
Okay.
So disagreeing would be you're not gonna protect him.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go up, you're gonna protect him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on your finger.
I'm in the middle still. I'm in the
All
middle.
right, so since you and Bacare are in the middle, whichever one of you want to go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna cop some pleas real quick. I think it depends on a few things, right?
Okay.
When it depends on the severity, like obviously, like with her example, domestic abuse versus just like cheating or something like that. Like those are two very different situations,
Mm-hmm.
and then also it depends on where my relationship lies. Like I've had situations where like I've never had to like fucking rat anybody out, but in terms of like I'm really cool with both parts of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you might have known the girl longer than the dude, but you're still close to both of them, right? So I mean, it's situations where like I mean, honestly, like because really my resolve most times now is just I'm a mind my business, especially when it's something like cheating and stuff like that. Like it's not my business. I'm just out of it. But in you kind of not saying anything, that kind of just like implicitly like you kind of are protecting son, right? So I mean. If it's and I've never been in a relationship. I've never been in situations. I've never had to really even think what I would really do in that situation. But yeah, like if I'm only cool with the bro and I don't know his girl and he end up doing some like like he cheats or like does some like wild shit like and I'm there to witness it, like I'm not gonna go to this girl and snitch on him. Like, hey, that deep for me, you don't know what she doing, but like. For me, like I'm gonna at least address it, like, bro, you wildin', bro, like you for real wild. Like we're gonna have that type of conversation, but I don't think I would go as far as to like freaking hit your girl up on the side, like, yo, he's doing this, this. I think that's a little wild too. But for me, I'm not judging anybody who would do it, but like me personally, I don't think I would go that far.
Yeah.
But again, it's other more serious situations like domestic abuse, like again, like that's totally different. Like that's not you don't even want to be complicit in like anything like that. So
yeah.
Got it. All right, Mahamadou.
I think I'm gonna let y'all go first, and then I'll come back again.
Okay, no problem. That's
I was
fair.
just.
All right, between Hamed and Javier.
I'll go first, Javier. I think because I disagreed, but I feel like I'll disagree in the sense of like severe cases. Of course, in severe cases, even if I don't know this woman, like of course I'm gonna think about it. Like, yeah, this may be my best friend. This is my bro. Like, of course, like I'm gonna have to mangle with my morality. Like, damn, like he's really doing this. Like, we don't want to be in those type of situations. But I feel like if it's a severe case, I'll be more geared to like snitching on him because like that is I've experienced that within my own family, and I don't want other people to go through that experience as well. But when it comes to like relationships, as Bubba put it, like in those things, like you can either be close to both parties, the man and the woman. You can either be closer to the guy and not really close to the girl, which makes that difficult. Like if you don't really know the girl, how do you even approach? But like if I'm close to both parties, I feel like I will talk to my best friend first and see where his mindset is and be like, yo, do you really feel like this is the way you should be doing this? Like, are you really respectable in that way? But if I'm really close to the girl, like if I give him a month and he's not doing anything, I think I may tell. If I'm close to the girl as well, I think I may tell the girl as well. Like, that's just foul. But I'll give a chance to the relationship for the dude, or even if the girl is cheating at this point, like to like resolve that within themselves.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Javier.
No joke this time. I think I'm gonna build off of what you said, and also I'm all about honesty, and I think I'm gonna say some relatively controversial things. I've been on both sides. Unfortunately, both cheated and cheating on, and it's something you never think you'll do, unfortunately. And of course, you don't want anyone to snitch, but like if you don't, the damage it causes, I think, is awful. My thing is it doesn't matter if I know one of them more, because both of you guys said that, and I don't want to like direct that towards you guys individually, but just in general, that person that I don't know is just as valid and just as much of a person, even though I don't know them, right? So even though, yeah, that's my boy or that's my girl, that other person is just as valid and they deserve to know. I think what you said, though, was entirely correct. Talk to that person doing it first. Let them course correct. And then if they don't course correct, that's, then you're fucked. Because it's something that, like, I don't know, man. It's rough. It's rough, and it's a mistake a lot of the time, and like people can get out of it and back it up, but I don't know. I don't think you can't just close your eyes on that one. And obviously, everyone's going to say the abuse thing is an absolute tell. I think this one is more nuanced. Yeah.
Mahamadou,
All right.
you want to share?
Yeah, for sure. I agree with all of you guys, for sure, definitely. But then I also think it depends on how much I know the girl or the lady. It depends on how much I know her, the relationship that I have with her. If it's not that much of a relationship that we're not that close, then I don't think it's any of my business to tell her what's going on or what the issue is. I'm not going to snitch. It's not my business. I'm not going to get in between. That's your relationship for you to figure out. That's for you. Because 9 out of 10, the woman automatically, she has her intuition already tell her, like, yeah, something is going on. She knows something. But as of my bros, like me and my brothers, like most of the time, we have this conversation. Like we sit down and really tell each other, like, what the fact is. Like 9 out of 10, we already had that conversation. Yo, bro, you bugging. Like, you going the wrong route. Like, chill out. Like, especially if we know what type of leader you have. Because most of my close friends right now, they all like have a 2 years later they're with. And then I have even a contact situation that one of my bros really sat me down, like, bro, you gotta chill out, man. Like, you do something wrong. Like, you gotta really stick to the right way. This is the way you're here, just stick to it. Don't mess us up. And I think it's always right to really have that one-to-one conversation, really tell your brother, like, yo, like, like what you're doing is wrong, and make sure he figures that out with himself. Because if you spoil the relationship, you're not even helping, like, you're not diffusing. Because now it's gonna lead to something else. Especially if the lady is, if she's crazy, I'm not crazy. If she's crazy, she's gonna do some wild stuff. So, before I let both of them figure out and then try to like diffuse it themselves. Or try to figure out what's the best solution for a relationship. Like, what they want to do. If they want to keep it right or they just want to split and then have fun. But yeah, I don't think it's my business to tell them what's good, like what they need to do or interfere between them. That's none of my stuff. I just tell my brother, yo, like you bugging, like, just fix yourself. That's it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Different change going on around here.
Yeah.
So next, my mom will always come before my wife. You're gonna.
I'm sorry.
And then I'm gonna ask you to rank these people in terms of importance: your daughter, sister, mother, and wife. But that's after you share your reasoning behind. My mom will always come before my wife.
Damn, I gotta write this down. What the fuck?
Don't worry.
You
Whoa.
can answer this question first, and then I'll ask you to rank.
Yeah.
So my mom will always come before my wife.
Damn.
I feel like. Can I just say, I feel like these questions, they're so black and white that like the answer's always in the middle, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously it's not always going to be that. Like, even a preference. I wouldn't even have a preference. Like, my answer is so fully in the middle. Everything I'm going to say is going to be wish-washy.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like the key word here is always, but
yeah, exactly.
Because both parties could be bugging at different types of like if my wife and my mom is arguing
and they're both wrong.
Yeah, they're both wrong. But like it's hard because
that's a good one.
You have to live with your wife at the end of the day, but at the same time, some men just believe in the comfort of their mom. Always
you love
your
mother,
mom is God. In some cultures, your mom is just that being. But for me, I feel like I'm more realistic, and I noticed that not everybody's still deciding. So I feel like everybody's in the middle. It's fine to just say you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to start off the conversation, like it's just, I guess, of course, your childhood and upbringing is an influence, and we're not saying one thing is the right answer, but at the same time, for me, in that statement, it's always, and I don't think even if my mom is upper echelon, she may not always be right. There's one time I may find her bugging and like I may have to side with my wife in certain things.
I got a question. So,
Yeah.
for example, your mom, let's say your mom and your wife or your girlfriend had get into an altercation or a little argument, whatever the situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like try to defuse the situation right in
Of
between them? Like,
course.
yo, mom, you right, you wrong, you gonna do
Now,
right in
I'm
front of
not
both of them?
gonna. I'm not. I wouldn't. Wait, are you finished with your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say either party is right, but I would do my best to be neutral in that situation, get both sides of the story, and then see where my mindset goes on. Because I don't know, it feels like because some arguments may be petty, like your mom may just hate your wife, and vice versa. So we have to be able to recognize where things are logical between where things become illogical and where your personal mindset falls. You know, I don't know if anybody else has to share.
I mean, yeah, if you were to put a gun to my head, I had to choose one. I'm gonna choose the person that pushed me out and has known me for fucking 23 years, right? So like, I don't know. As much as your wife or your girlfriend is your partner, your best friend. Your mother will always know you. I mean, depending on how close you are with your mother, on like an intimate level. My mom had me when she was 16 years old. Like my mom had me young. She was poor. She lived on the streets. Like it was rough. And that's like, I'm absolutely a mama's boy. Love my mom to death. But does my mom be bugging though? Yeah. So, like, again, if you put a gun to my head, I'm gonna say, yeah, my mom. But like, my mom, she's young. Like, she doesn't. She actively will say, I don't know things. All right, let me tell you. This is a little offensive, but I think it's hilarious. This happened 2 days ago. I was talking to my mom about finding a job, and I told her about this amount of money, and she was like, "You didn't take it? Wow." I can't believe I raised a retarded son. And I was like, Ma, you can't just call me that. And like, but okay, it's hilarious. It's okay. I'm not, but like, it's an offensive term. She said it as but like, what I'm saying is that's a good example. Our moms are the old guard, right? Like, they may not know everything. They're human beings, but we're going to side with them, right? That's our family. I don't know. I went on this long tangent just to say, I'm still in the middle, but I guess I choose my mom.
Gotcha. That's reasonable. I'm not saying you're right or wrong, bro.
Yeah.
That's just your
Yeah, this one is really tough, man. Because it's just tough. I think I'm gonna be in the middle. Because I love my mom. Because when you look at it, you love your mom a certain way, and you love your wife a certain way.
Yeah.
So to side with that is different because both of those people giving different type of like connection and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard for you to be like, I'm picking this one and I'm dropping this one. But then at the same time, in some situations you're gonna be like, I'm picking my mom.
Yeah.
And there's other situations you're gonna be like, oh no, I think I'm gonna side with my lady.
Yeah.
But it's always 50-50. It's never 100% this person right here.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's tough though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like fake disagree / in the middle with it because I think always makes that question tough. It's like there's probably going to be times that come up in life where like, all right, your mom's blatantly wrong in this situation, but because she's your mom, like you just got to be extra respectful about how you approach that, and obviously proceeding with caution because you also don't want to put yourself in a situation where, all right, cool, like. I know my mom is wrong, but I gotta be extra respectful about it. But now my shorty's mad at me because of that. For me, like that, like you say, it's like such a trash situation. But it's just like for me, like I mean, I grew up in like a very West African household, like I'm Gumby, and so like for me, like the way your relationship with your parents is like a very respect driven like kind of thing. Like I don't think I've ever been in a situation where like I blatantly disrespect my parents. There's times where like you definitely wanted to, like they were super wrong about something, but even in that, you feel me, like you still have to for me approach it a certain way. So I think that still is probably the mentality that kind of stays with me in terms of like, I could totally disagree with you here, but for me, I just gotta approach this carefully, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sharing.
Of course. Yeah. That was the most like people had to really think.
Yeah.
All right, next. A woman's role in a family is to be the main caretaker of children and household duties. i.e.,
Oh,
make sure
yeah.
I come home to a home cooked meal.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I love coming home to a home cooked meal.
That's your truth, bro. We're not saying you're
I'm
not
not-
wrong, bro.
I think I'm between. I'm between.
Between?
All right,
No,
he's in the
I'm
middle.
between.
So
Yeah,
if you're in the middle, I'm
in
gonna
the
let you
middle.
start because everyone else disagrees.
Yeah.
Because I think women, like when it comes to kids, but women are way more connected. Like, you know, they know how to be there emotionally than men. We can't be the emotional that much. But especially me, when I look at the way I was raised by my mother. You know, it's not like I was raised by my dad. My dad, I feel like, you know, he wasn't that picture that much because he wanted to work all those years and stuff like that. So like that is the thing, you know. But I think we gotta do better as men being involved. But I don't think we could always be 100% involved with our kids, like to that certain degree of emotions. Like, you know, guys, we tend to hide our emotions a lot. Like we don't share that much. So, but when it comes to like even like you talk about like coming to a home cooked meal, I think that should be like between both of those people.
Yeah.
I think some days you want to come to a home cooked meal, some days you want to, you know, treat your wife too. Like, you know, it's vice versa. You know, I think that's why I'm sticking with the middle.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so we had some disagreements.
Can I go first?
Yes,
go
of
ahead,
course.
go ahead.
All right. Let me tell you. if my wife makes more money than me, has a good paying job,
Oh, shit.
I'm staying in that
shit.
fucking house, bro. You will get a plate of fucking food every day.
Okay.
Treat you like a queen, bro. Nah. I'm not even joking. I would love to be a stay-at-home dad. This is not a joke. Ahmed has me on Instagram. I cook all the time. I'm the better cook in any of my relationships because I'm fucking balling. And also, it's funny that we're on, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but in the Zoom menu, I'm on the left and Mahamadou's on the right. I'm emotional as fuck. I'm way past that, you know, men don't show emotions, bro. I am a little baby, and I am here for it. I love children. I can't wait to be a dad. Like, I want to be there. My father wasn't around. My father was a piece of shit. And, like, you know, Mahamadou said it best, where it's like, you know, we have to do better. But I'm taking it to that extreme where it's like, yeah, I'm going to be there, you know? Like, I want to raise my child. And, like, I don't know, man. I would love to be... Like, you know, it's so cool to me to like have someone, to have the partner come home and me be like, yo, check this shit I made, bro. Yo, the kid's already asleep. Time to play some video games or whatever. Like, you know, like, I don't know. This is going to be the thing I fully disagree with the most because it's like the most archaic way of thinking, you know, where it's like, absolutely. If that is what she wants, that's the thing, right? If someone wants to do that, if someone's like, yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, that's a thing. Absolutely. That's your choice. But should she? Like, is there an idea that like that she's predisposed towards that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My current relationship, and this is, you know, she thinks it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. She's like, I want to have kids just to dress them up, just to have little lifelike dolls. That's you know, that's the level we're at, and I think that's hilarious. I think that's amazing. You know, absolutely. Me, I would die for my child. You know, this made up child that doesn't exist. I would die for. I don't know. I feel like I talked a lot, but clearly I'm very, very fired up about this.
No, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with. Oh no, what was you gonna say?
Mahamadou, you have something to say? Or...
I mean, personally, I think I agree with you 100%. I think that's how it needs to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, us guys really showing that emotions and stuff. We have to be like, we have to try our best like that. But also depend on the type of woman that you have. That is another case.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a lady that's gonna look at you like, oh, why are you always at home? And, you know, it's a whole different situation again. It always depends on the lady, the type of woman that you have, and if she's gonna tell you like, yo, like, all right, I'm cool with you, you know, taking care of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not like that. Now sometimes the ladies be like, nah, you know, go get your money, I go find my way, and we're gonna figure out how we're gonna deal with this kids. You know, it's always tough, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bacare?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Javier said, even Mahamadou as well. I mean, I think for me, like watching kind of like how my parents, you know, navigated that my whole life, like like my whole like both my parents have been in my life, thankfully, and like they both always worked. So like I've always kind of watched their dynamic of like, you know, my dad, you know, like growing up, especially like when I was way younger, he was like he had like a more of an overnight work day. So like, you know, like in the morning to the afternoon, like he's the one driving me to school. He's the one who's like making us lunch, doing all of that. And it's like a handoff. Like when my mom gets home at the afternoon and he goes to work, she's taking over from there. And even now, like where their schedules are a lot different, where like he's kind of the one who, it's kind of. I mean, this still kind of like that. He's still the one he gets off earlier than her. They both kind of just worked out the day, but she just ends up working later. That's how I was a bit different. I think they both just always been like, all right, if you're cooking and cleaning today, I'm doing it tomorrow when you're at work. But like they just always kind of like balanced it between the two. And I think, you know, when you get it was super dope to see that. You know, it's stuff that you learn to appreciate as you get older, because I think like those kind of gender norms is just kind of like a very old way of thinking, to Javier's point. And a lot of shit is nobody's job. It's life skills. Like everybody should know how to clean a crib. Like everybody should know how to make a meal, especially if you're a dude and you have none of these skills and you lead a crib, man. It's like you useless unless you have like a partner or like a roommate or whatever. It's like I can't be fully reliant on anybody, especially for stuff like that. So like I was happy, you know, growing up. As much as I hated it, like my parents made, like, even though like I had sisters, they made me do just as much, if not more, of those chores. Like I was the one running to the laundromat, doing dishes and stuff like that. And you hate it in a moment, but like, you know, as you get older, it's like, damn, like I really have all the skills, you know, necessary to freaking like just like be on my own. So that's what I'm saying. Like the gender norm shit is just super corny. And I've seen the opposite too. Like, you know, Hamed and I have a friend. Hamed probably don't know this story, so I'll tell you offline who it is. That, you know, he had an extremely opposite experience. And his mom did everything for him growing up. And, you know, he had to FaceTime me one time when, you know, he was out of the city for an internship, and I just had to walk him through how to use like a washing machine. Like, so like, so it's like one of those things where like it's real. Like a lot of people, I mean, a lot of dudes don't have that upbringing where they're kind of first to learn this stuff, and then trying to have to be fully reliant on like a woman in their life to do it. So
breaks my heart, bro. Imagine not knowing how to make some rice and beans, bro. Come on. Come on.
All right, Hamed, what you got to say?
I mean, for me, like you guys basically just preached on it. I just keep it simple. Like right now in my relationship with Gemise, it's a partnership. I mean, I'm honestly the main one doing the cooking and cleaning, because she believes in my effort in doing it. Like she enjoys my cooking. She appreciates my cleaning. So it's something that I've always been used to in my household, because my parents always like hammered it in my mind. I don't want to say forced, but it's like borderline forced. But I had to clean the bathroom, wash the dishes. So like right now, it's literally like muscle memory. And so, and I'm enjoying it. I mean, not entirely the cleaning part, because it does get, you know, tiring sometimes. But cooking is definitely like an art form. So I appreciate that. I'm also learning to cook different things. So I feel like, especially, this is basically training for me, because once we have kids, like it's like you got to cook for like multiple people. So it's definitely going to be difficult just having one person doing that every time. So the fact that I'm, you know, putting my time in right now, I feel like that's essential for the future. Pretty much it.
Can I just say real quick? I don't know, Ahmed, if you agree. Having someone compliment, like, you know, your cooking, shit hits different, bro. You know, you make something. You like it, but bro, I'm standing next to whatever the plate is, like a fucking like the chef. I'm like, yes. Exactly. Do you need butter? How is it?
No, I mean, no joke. Like literally, when I cook and I give it a plate, I'll be like right there looking at it.
Grilling me though.
I want to see like if
good.
Bad reaction. I'm like, nah, I gotta do this shit better.
Exactly.
Fuck everything you say, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Me and you, we've hung out, but like, I got like an angry face. Like when I'm so like, you know, people will watch me. I'll watch them eat, and I'm like, what's up? How do you feel? What's your thoughts? Exactly. Tell me in detail what needs to be changed. Oh
That's
my God.
exactly-
I'm telling
That's
you, man.
exactly you.
That's
Yeah.
His new thing now is just trying to perfect the chopped cheese.
Yeah.
Bro, let me send you a recipe. I perfected it. Bro, I perfected it.
Okay.
Hang on, let me tell you real quick. You get some chopped onions, bro. You put it in like a little square shape. But you know what the secret is? Fucking, what's that? You know, the chicken bouillon, the little cubes?
Oh.
You shred that into the ground beef while it's frying. Mix it up. It gives you that fucking umami shit.
Yeah.
2 slices of American on top. Don't even chop it. The sandwich will chop itself.
Yeah.
Press the roll down while it's toasting. I'm dead ass. Bro.
The sandwich will chop itself. Is crazy.
I'm
That's
very
hilarious.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, this is the food podcast. I don't want to talk about women no more, bro. I'm talking to you about fucking chopped cheeses for the next hour.
Got you, bro.
No, I'm sorry. Let's move on.
No problem. Okay. So, feminism is improving the relations between men and women. Are men sensitive to feminist ideologies?
No one's gonna say no to that. No one's gonna say no to that.
All right. Okay, so we got some ups and some middle. I'm gonna start with the middle just because Bacari's gonna have to hop off. So Bacare, just explain your reasoning.
Yeah, this might be the last question I'm able to answer. So, yeah, for sure, you definitely gotta do this again. So I think for me, the reason why I was in the middle because it's like it does both sides to like a large amount, right? Like I think feminism in a lot of ways. And again, my situation has educated a lot of men on like different things that have just like been very much normalized in our culture that are just like super wrong, right? So I mean, for me, you know, when especially I feel like a lot of the learning has been fairly recent, like over the last, I don't know, 3-4 years, of just like certain topics that just get taken a lot more serious than probably what they were prior. So in that respect, I feel like it's done a lot to kind of help that for me, the relations between men and women, because you now have men who, you know, are in a situation, okay, cool, like now I'm unlearning a lot of the shit that was normal to me, and I'm able to kind of like move in a way that's for me like it's a lot more respectful, a lot more in tune with like how if your goal is to be like very much respectful to women in your life, like, you know, now you have even more of the tools to do so. I think in the opposite respect, you know, like to your point, a lot of men are super sensitive about a lot of topics that come up. And I think we even spoke about this in the first pod I did with you, Hamed, where it's just like, you know, a lot of men get super sensitive to, you know, things like, you know, all men are trash, right? And it's just like, you know, in turn, like with that, it's like a cool, like, we're kind of missing the point with that. Like, of course, like, it's not all of anything. So there's always going to be a group of people that doesn't act in that way. But for me, if you're only using your voice to say, hey, not all men do this, then you're still not helping, right? Like, and so with that, you know, this I still say, especially if you're on social media, like kind of like it's just like that ongoing battle of like, women versus men all the time. So I think in that respect, you know, it's probably made, you know, certain things worse just because like, you know, men just seem to be a lot more jaded about these topics sometimes, and so they just kind of have like the wrong approach to disagreeing a lot of the times, and then just like in turn, just like, you know, continues to build for me like the negativity around a lot of this stuff. So
Yeah.
But with that, I gotta bounce. But it was a pleasure, and hopefully, you know, we could do this sometime soon where I don't have to drop out early.
Have a good one,
Thank you.
See you soon.
All right, I'll catch y'all
later.
All right, Hamed, since you were in the middle.
This is Javier's favorite word, nuance. I feel like it's there's different aspect to it. So the beauty of it is that women have been obtaining more agency, and they're pushing themselves to share their experiences to the public and making the people that want to listen aware of their experiences. So that's the plus, right? But I feel like where it's being missed is that what Bubba mentioned, like there's a lot of jaded people out there. Once they hear a statement, they don't want to take the time to listen to that side of the story. They're like, no, that's not true, or that's false. There's statistics to prove otherwise. And so, because the statement originally was, is it improving relations between men and women? Yeah. There are certain cases where fathers may learn new things about what their daughter may feel between like them being raised in a family household. A husband is learning how to treat his wife better by giving her more agency in a marriage. Like there's stuff like that that's improving relations between men. But as an overall aspect, I feel like the men think feminism is like extreme. Like when a woman says she's feminist, men may think that oh she probably thinks she's superior to men, or she probably just wants to get paid more than men, or she wants uh, all the benefits of being a woman in terms of like the chivalrous side, but still wants to be equal, stuff like that. So I feel like there may not be enough conversation happening. It's like ideas are being thrown out, and not a lot of people are like taking these ideas in and trying to improve it for everybody. You know, that's just my spiel.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Javier, you agreed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, holistically speaking, to those men who don't, who feel like, oh, women want to make more, or, they think they're better than us, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
They got to sit down and shut the fuck up, Like, come on, bro. We've had it good for so long. What more do we want, right? Like, I mean, honestly speaking, I'm so glad that holistically things are changing. The fact that when I was younger, women were unironically viewed as less intelligent or less strong, or they were less deserving of certain things. Because it was that recently, as when we were children, that's how it was. I was raised by my mother for most of my life, so I was able to be veered away from that. But like, it was always, oh, the wife does less, essentially. The woman does less. I don't know, man. It's such like a simple thing for me that like, it really bothers me when people, I think, he said it best, where it's like, yeah, there's people on social media who are like misunderstanding what they're saying. Like, yeah, all right, maybe all men aren't trash, but we have the capability to be trash. But we, all the times that these things are cited, it's men doing it, right? Like, just when you say it's improving the relationship between men and women, I'm thinking in the future. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it affects someone negatively for now. Maybe, this guy is hurt, so he's going to avoid women for a while. But holistically speaking, at the end of the day, this benefits us as a species. This helps us understand that we're not fucking different, bro. Like, we're on the same level, and we shouldn't be treating people like lesser than because of their skin, because of their race. Don't even get me started on the different types of feminism. Like, you want to talk about white feminism versus, like, how they're exclusionary to people of color? Come on, bro. This shit makes me tight. It makes me so heated. Because it's like, it's heartbreaking, It's so fucking sad that there's always something, even within the same sex, that's gonna exclude us. I spit a little bit because of how angry I was. Fucking foaming at the mouth, bro. No, but yeah, I mean, and I just want to say, even this question that you're posing to a whole men panel, I'm so glad that we can also say to each other, us three, we don't have to. This isn't our fight. We can just shut the fuck up, sit down, drink our juice, and let the people who are actually in the situation handle it. Because unfortunately, our opinions on this one topic out of the million doesn't matter, and I'm happy with that.
Love that.
So,
Mahamadou, do you want to say anything?
I mean, this topic is really intense. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But then, I think most, like, 9 out of 10 is like, a lot of us don't try to educate ourselves on the things that are going on, and why we should think differently. Like, now some people just have a certain way of thinking because that's how they are being raised, or that's the thing that they've been told to do. That is the right thing they need to do. But I'm all for, like, we gotta let the ladies be who they are. They have that share of, like, we have to be so open minded and let them be who they want to be, and not try to get in the way. You know what I mean? we should give them their freedom. It's their right, you know. We're not equally above them. I think most of we all equal at the same level. We're not like above or beneath, you know. We just at the same pace and all that. But it's hard to like really decide because this topic's really like it's such a broad topic. Like, you know, I don't think my opinion on it is like really that much of a thing. But you know, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Next statement. I prefer beauty over personality.
No, I prefer personality. Fuck.
Nah, you're not coming for the podcast, are you?
Javier still.
What?
Okay.
Y'all,
Beauty?
y'all are fucking crazy, bro. Y'all for the podcast.
Okay, he's going first.
Nah, go first. Go ahead. I'm gonna listen to what you gotta say.
Go ahead. What you gotta say?
I know for a fact if you guys met the coolest, dopest person who looked like just I don't know what to say without being incredibly rude to some group of people. Yeah, just a bag of straight nonsense. You're not gonna be like, let me wife. Oh, but she loves my favorite video game. Yes. Don't fucking lie, bro. You know it matters a little bit. It matters a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. We're human beings. It's okay. It could be in the middle. That's every single answer is going to be in the middle somewhat. But this one particularly, because, you know, inherently we're drawn to beauty. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, personality matters more so. Yeah. But if it's not 100%, you know, I don't even think it's 80-20, bro. The first thing you see when you're at a party, when you're on Tinder, when you're doing anything, you don't see their fucking description, little essay about what their likes and dislikes are. People skip that shit. They see pretty face, they see booba, they see those yitties, and they're like, let me clap. Bro, dead ass. I refuse for people to be like, yeah, bro, I heard her voice. Go ahead.
I still disagree with you, bro. Look, I think I'm a personality type of person. Like me, if I don't get a connection with you, bro, like we not doing nothing. It's just simple as that. Yeah. If we not connecting, bro, nothing's gonna happen. Like, you know, it's not gonna get to that level that you want to. But yeah, you're right about what. Yeah, we look at beauty sometimes. We do look at, like, you know, all right, she's bad, she's pretty as hell. Like, you know, that's the one. Yeah, every guy, like, you know, we look at that pretty face. But like, I'm gonna talk to you for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. But then if I talk to you, I don't like your attitude, I don't like your personality, then it's done. There's nothing else after that. Like, you know what I mean? If we're not connecting, we're not doing anything.
But you just said the first part, though. You have to see the pretty face first. I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to you. I told you, like, what I said is that, yes, you pretty. Like, you know, if I look at you, that's fine. She's pretty. So, all right, she's attractive. Mm-hmm. You know, I might make that step. Like, I want to talk to you. I might make that step. But when I do, and I find that person, and I find out how you are as a person, then it's over. It's like, yeah, we're not connecting. For sure, absolutely.
For me, I have to be connected with you. I don't just go around like, I'm gonna talk to X now. I have to be connected. Like, we have to connect and be like, cool. Now we got something to work on. You know. Yeah. But if I see that, if she's ugly and she cares about me and she's really and we connecting a lot, bro, come on, I'm cool.
Come on.
Ugly?
I'm cool. If she's,
it's unfair. It's like,
bro. I see
Mahamadou. I see.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna tell you.
Wait. Are you finished, Mahamadou?
Listen, it's how you define ugly. Some people that's working out with ugly females and they find them attractive.
It's difficult. It's difficult because ugly is a negative word, right? It's hard to say. It's hard to say that somebody, like, for me, being attractive or not, it's whatever. Like, if somebody says I'm unattractive, that's fine. But like, I feel like some people use that as a determining to define their whole being as a person. Like, it's not, like, I could find somebody average looking, right? I could be like, okay, yeah, she's cool. But if she's a cool person, in my experience, like, that just pulls me in more. Like, I don't know how to describe it between, like, I just feel like it's difficult because people always, I'm saying most women, I feel like aren't realistic with the way they look towards the other people. I feel like when you ask a girl between how you ask a guy would be like, no, maybe a 6 or 7. a woman will always give themselves a higher number in terms of like how beautiful they may look to other people, right? So it's hard to say that if I'm talking to Gemise, I wasn't attracted to you based on your physical appearance. She might get offended to that, right? So what pulled me in was more your personality. But I don't know why it's difficult to find. Javier is not even listening to me.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening, bro.
It's just hard.
I'm digesting.
It's just, I don't know why people find it difficult to believe that personality can be the deciding factor. Like, I can see a hot girl do a presentation in my class, but if she's not funny, if she doesn't take herself too seriously, like if she can joke around, humorous, or she's like, you know, high energy, like that can be the deciding factor. Like the statement is, I prefer beauty. It's like preference. So I'm not saying like beauty isn't a deciding factor, but it's not, it doesn't,
What is not
for me, you said like 80-20 is impossible. I feel like I'm 80-20, bro. Like personality for me all the way, man.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm sorry, man.
I want to ask another question to you. You guys can do the thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care.
So you're a podcast now?
Yeah. It's my show. No, let me ask you genuinely.
Okay.
You have, like you said, that presentation. She's presenting herself to you. She's giving you this big thing. There's two women. They equal in personality on every single fucking front. 1 for 1 with your taste. Everything you want, both of them have. One of them is a 10 out of 10. One of them looks like a garbage bag. Actually, let me not make it that extreme. One of them is like a 5 out of 10. An average looking woman.
You know what?
When are you choosing?
I might be choosing an average looking woman.
You're a liar, bro. What the fuck?
I might be choosing.
They're the same
my mindset
person.
is that for me, this is my personal, the way I view myself, my self-esteem. I feel like I would be more comfortable personally expressing myself to the average looking woman because she's an average looking woman. I don't know. I just feel intimidated by beautiful people. I may feel like she's out of my league, and then I may stifle my personality based on that dynamic, right? But with the average looking people, that's just me personally, right? So, but with the average looking woman, I feel like I may give myself more because I feel safe with this woman. I don't feel like, oh, one day she might find somebody better looking than me and she may leave me and stuff.
But that's intimidation, not preference. That's like a whole individual thing. I mean, I guess that is inherently what preference is. Yeah. But like, I don't know. But like, the thing holding you back isn't, oh, it's her personality that's attracting me more. It's your own insecurity, unfortunately. Yeah. And I relate, genuinely. Yeah. You know, I like, unrelated, I'm sorry, a little tangent. Fully disagree with you on the guys view themselves low and girls view themselves high. I don't know what girls you've been meeting. People be depressed these days, bro. It's hard out here. Absolutely. Not well. For one, I view myself lowly, but also a lot of the people I meet. Like, of course, I don't know. I don't like making blanket claims for anyone. Yeah. There's gonna be guys that feel very confident. There's gonna be women that feel very confident, and vice versa. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a really long. I'm still trying to just be like, I know for a goddamn fact,
but I think
that y'all feel the same way.
For me, beauty is like, I don't know. Are you because you mentioned her body into it. Like, I don't really equate that with beauty. Beauty has always been with like.
Damn, yeah, I shouldn't have said body. You know, I'm just using the big blanket like things that people describe.
More. Yeah, because like when you're looking at ass and tits, I don't feel like that's beauty.
It could be beauty.
It could be beauty.
That's part of her frame.
I'm just putting it in like a big. I put beauty as anything that you're attracted to, right?
It could be her entire body. It could be her eyes, her nose, her boobs, her butt.
No.
You know,
arms. You could have a fetish with her feet.
We should have had that definition first.
Yeah. Okay, we should have been, because for me, beauty has always been the face. Like, there's really skinny beautiful women. There's really bigger beautiful women. Like,
Yeah, I'm not saying no. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that big isn't beautiful or skinny isn't beautiful. I'm just saying whatever the full package is defined as beauty to you individually. Personality can be what makes someone beautiful, like you said. Sometimes the personality makes someone more beautiful in your mind. But inherently, that first attraction, that first conversation that makes you say, I want to talk to this person in any type of non-amicable way, is physical.
And the reason why I bring that up, Javier, is because some dudes may want to talk to a woman because she has a fat ass or fat breast. Like, the face doesn't do it for him, but
shit, bro. I mean, you know,
he just
do be like that.
He just wants to smash. But I don't. It's difficult in my mind for me to equate beauty with sexual attraction because, like,
are you implying that you would have sex with someone who isn't beautiful to you?
Yes, there's dudes that would smash.
But it's about your subjective view on beauty.
For me, it's always just been in the face. Because that's the face that may transcend to your children. So
I think genuinely that's a better way to look at it, if so. But I think that a lot of people, I personally, like I said, I go to the gym a lot. And like, it's vain, but also, I think I'm allowed to say this. I want my body to be, at least somewhat appreciated. Like, I work on it. I actively am trying to be, work both on myself and whatever is going on physically.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that matters, right? Like, as much as I want to say, yeah, I got a cute little smile. I got some dimples going on. I got that little cleft chin. But like, people, I don't know. We're not just our faces, just like people aren't just their butts, right? Yeah. They're not just their boobs, I don't know. I think you gotta take it on.
Interesting conversation.
Yeah.
All right. You're good?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Next statement. I can handle an independent woman.
100%.
I want to see what they say. Okay. I was about to say. No one's going to say no.
You just anymore. He wants to fight us the whole episode.
No, he's not trusting you.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know if this is this even like a point of conversation though? I mean, like,
because I feel like, the main reason why this is a statement is because some men, I don't even think if it's like the boomer generation or
like they say they want.
Some men think they want independent women until they've met or are dating an independent.
Yeah. I'll tell you dead ass. Again, I'm very honest. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm young. I definitely was one of those people where it's like, I was dating a girl. She would post like a scantily clad picture, and I'd be like, wow. What's up, bro? You trying to like? It was about 3 or 4 years ago, and you just in hindsight you feel so bad. If anyone here watches this and is like that, bro, talk to your girlfriend. Because again, I know we all agree, so I'm gonna use this little time to try to course correct people listening. It's not a good look, King. It's not a good look. It's embarrassing in hindsight, right? The minute you realize that you're in the wrong, you're like, fuck, I was really in the wrong. Let people vibe, right? It's not the fucking 40s anymore. You can't call your wife a whore. like, come on. I don't know.
I feel like that's beautiful, the growth that you have. Not to say that men have to be assholes and then have to reflect that they were assholes and then grow. But the point of this episode even is to,
acknowledge it.
Reflect. Yeah. Acknowledge that you may have been in the wrong. You said something to a woman because she posted a breast on Instagram. It's also difficult because there's dudes that are honestly self-conscious about that, because even I may feel self-conscious if I see Gemise posting her ass on Instagram. I would definitely feel self-conscious because
you would.
No, I will, because for me it's like if I was blessed with like a beautiful body and like a larger penis, and I'm posting that on Instagram or Facebook for the world to see, how would Jamise feel about that? And like
Bro.
for me, it's like I don't know. I feel like with those things, I don't feel like it's more an insecurity about it. Like for me, it's like, damn, like you're my woman. I don't want everybody else to see your goods. Like those goods are for me. That's my
I'm
mindset.
fully with you. Yeah.
Like that's my mindset. Not like she's my property, but like, you know,
You're jealous. That's what it is. You're jealous.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
no,
I genuinely think that that's valid. And brother, I mean, I'm wearing this hoodie not because I'm cold. Like I'm so dead ass. I am a self-conscious, vain person at the same time. You know, a lot of our generation is like that. Like, you know, as much as I want to be able to be like, oh yeah, look at my fucking shirtless pecs, bro. Look at my yitties, bro. I'm not, you know, that's not me. And I am jealous when I see people able to do that, right? Like, and that's okay. Again, I want to choose my words extra carefully. You, myself in the past, are valid in feeling uncomfortable.
Yes.
What we're not valid in is voicing it incorrectly and demanding.
Yeah.
Having a conversation about your insecurities is different than saying, this is disgusting, you look like a whore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which, not to that extreme, is what I lean towards too, you know, back then. Again, not to that extreme, but I trust me, this is the Javier is kind of an asshole in the past, but not that far. But no, dead ass. Like I think, I don't know, man. I was gonna say it's nuanced again, but that's kind of I keep saying it.
I think when it comes to my lady, I'm the type of dude that like to put a stamp on it. You know?
All right. Well,
like I like to put it like I like to mark it like this is my territory. Like you know, I want you to know. I want everyone to know. All right, this is my girl. The same way she wants people to know that. All right, like I'm that type of person. Like I'm like, all right, that's my lady. That is mine. You know what I mean? And also I have a take on what she wears going stuff. Like if you wear certain things and you want to walk out the crib, I'll probably look at her like, bro, like this is not it today. Like you have to switch that up. You know, I think I have like a take on that. Same, she has the same thing with me. She could be like, oh, nah, you bug, you can't wear that stuff. You can wear this stuff. I don't mind my lady telling me that, you know what I mean? We go to that point, but it's Instagram, like, dressing however she feel like. I think, I don't know, man. Some things I'd be like, nah, but you can't put that up there. You could put this, but not that. Because I probably feel insecure about certain things, you know? You know, it's tough, but based on the topic, you guys feel like independent. Like, you know, I feel like every woman should have, like, freedom to do whatever they want, but, like, it has a limit to a certain degree.
Yeah.
You think
Javier put his eyebrows up to the word territory.
No. I mean, I get
don't snitch me out like that.
I gotta watch everything.
I understand where you're coming from. Like, I feel like where things get dangerous, is where like what Javier said, like telling her what to do. You can be like, okay, you're right in saying, okay, I'm uncomfortable in
with you wearing
with
that.
you doing this, right?
Yeah.
If she denies that and be like, you know what, I understand, but I still want to post stuff like this. So I think it's your right to determine whether or not you want to stay in that relationship.
Exactly, because at the same time, I think you inviting a lot of attention towards you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that automatically tells other people, oh shit, she's pretty. Like, you know, I think I could shoot my shot. You know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's a lot of things that goes on social media, a lot of things that people say, and us being like, all right, this is my lady, and you seeing all those. Because some of us, I'm not gonna lie, but some of us go down to our comments and really read that stuff and we look at it, and some of those things really could hurt your pride. Like, you know, like, damn, like this person is saying this.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
a feeling.
You know, that really hurts.
All these dudes, damn, I'll fuck the shit out of that, and like knowing that.
Yeah, like that hurts you, bro. Like that hurts you. Like that's my lady right there, and this person is saying that and that. That's why at some point I'm like, nah, you can't force that because why? I don't want to be hurt emotionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as it's a conversation, right? Like that's the thing. Yeah. As long as it's a dialogue, you know. That's my whole thing. I don't know. Yeah. I think we got it.
But yeah, I feel like in terms of handling an independent woman, if she wants to put in her own gas, if she wants to pay for her own bills. Yeah, as long as Javier put it, as long as it's a conversation and that we recognize that we're a partner and we are partners in this relationship, I don't feel like there's anything inherently wrong with that. But I guess some men just want to feel like,
it's his property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not property, so to say, but like.
I mean,
no, I'm not saying that you're wrong. There's some men that yes, they view women as their property. Yes, but like in my mindset, I think there's men that don't want to feel like a woman's their property, but they still want to have that
hold.
That
That
hold, but like
alliance.
they want to be the provider,
I see.
Yeah, they
want someone to be.
They feel masculine or they feel manly when they're providing to their women and stuff like that.
Bro, I'm too poor for that fucking. I'm too poor.
I'm just like there's different types of men.
You're not getting it.
Yeah.
No, that's actually true. Though. What Hamed says is actually true because, like, I'm African, but like a lot of African men, like, I grew up seeing, they all feel like, yo, I have to be that main provider. I have to be that guy that really provide everything. She could stay home, she could take care of the kids, she's a housewife and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's my responsibility to pay the bill every single time, 100%. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that is bad, bro. Like, you gotta let them be free sometimes. Yeah, it's just like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next thing.
Juicy conversation. All right. Participating in sex work does not make women less respectable. Okay. Mahamadou?
Mama's gonna get the fattest thumbs down. Hit me with it, brother.
Participating in sex work, does that make her less respectable?
Just be honest, bro.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think how I feel.
No worries, we can speak.
I think I'm gonna stay in the middle for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the middle.
All right, so let's go with the agreements.
Me first?
Yeah, you first, bro.
No, actually, this one is pretty simple for me. I mean, let me tell you, there was this person I used to talk to. She was like, I would love to do porn, but I have tattoos, and I would be recognizable. And she was like, that was a negative. She now has an OnlyFans, and she's happy, and she's confident.
So so she would prefer
anonymity.
Okay, so just for body.
Well, she used to want anonymity.
Okay, but
now it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because of the OnlyFans revolution, right?
Yeah.
I think it's so easy for us to think not even 3 years ago and have like such a different, because people could pretend like they've always been okay with it, and we weren't, honestly. Like no, not a lot of people weren't. And then OnlyFans came around, and premium Snapchats, premium pre-cum Snapchats. So, you know how it goes. It just we fucking. The zeitgeist, the cultural, big words, the cultural zeitgeist changed so fast, and we have to catch up to it. And I think for me personally, it's a little, at first, you have that first instinct, that first little, and you're like, what am I saying? It's fine. This shit is, it's physical. I don't know. I'm kind of having this conversation with myself because, again, I relate. I understand to the people who are like, But when you think about it for more than a second, you're like, who cares, bro? Get paid. It's not easy work.
So are you saying that would you be comfortable if your lady was participating in that industry?
So that's always the question, right? That's always the question. No, dead ass. That's always the follow-up question.
It's okay if it's
that's always the follow-up question. But my response, in my mind, it's so simple. It's the same thing as the pictures. This makes me insecure. Have a conversation about it. Because it has nothing to do with what makes her valid in this context, if I'm okay with it. It's how I feel self-esteem-wise. And it would just echo what was already said. Because, I would be uncomfortable with it. But not because sex work isn't valid. Because I'm a giant little pussy boy. I'm scared of that. And I feel insecure. It's up to us to be able to admit that. I shouldn't have even said pussy as a slur because, that's offensive to women. But, my point still stands that I'm a little chicken about it. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important for us to admit that rather than point towards women and say it's your fault because your work isn't valid.
Yeah.
No, because however you feel is going to rub off on her. If you feel insecure and she's going to feel that too.
then that's her choice to leave the relationship or say you have to deal with it, and then I have the choice to leave the relationship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That is, I don't know. That's tough.
I know it's tough. It's a tough conversation.
With feminism and women representing more agency, right? I think women are going to have the freedom to do the things that they want, right?
Yes.
So it's I want to say a requirement, but a discussion has to happen. She has to be honest with that she's a sex worker, right? And it's up to us as men who want to participate, who potentially want to participate in a relationship with that woman to decide, am I comfortable with this, right? So if that discussion happens, I feel like it's fine. It sucks. I really like this girl. I just found out she's a sex worker, and I'm uncomfortable with it. We're gonna have to move on.
Yeah, it sucks to suck.
We can't force her to not do that. It doesn't make her less respectable because she's still a human being. Like there's no other way besides we making that decision to not participate.
Yep.
It's an individual problem.
Yep. I feel like that's it. Like I don't think because the statement was does it make her less respectable? And it doesn't. That's what she does. Like she gets her cheeks slapped by different people.
She gets paid more than I do, to be honest. To get her cheeks slapped.
More than I do, but like
yeah,
we can't in our minds equate her to being a slut or a whore like less than because she participates in that type of industry. Yes, of course, Mahamadou. I wouldn't want Gemise participating in that. I don't think we would have even gotten into a relationship if she wasn't that type of work. And that's just how the cookie would have crumbled. We wouldn't have been in a relationship. I think that's just the truth.
Okay.
I don't know if you get I don't because a sex worker was not a 10, but like with me, I know 100% I'm not dating you. We're not doing nothing. Where it's like it's just off the table. Like I don't even have the confidence to be like, yo, like no, I'm not gonna do that. Because now I said when you walk around outside, everyone's gonna look at her and be like, oh damn, they're looking at her, but
you on Pornhub.
they're looking at her like they've seen her. So that automatically, like with me, it's gonna fuck me up all the way. Like you know what I mean? Like it's gonna mess with me like crazy, And I'm not gonna put that in because I have a friend that went through that situation, and I don't want to be that person. Be like at nighttime, I'm on bed and I'm thinking like, damn, I can't sleep. Yeah. This person just said this X, Y, and Z about my lady. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or when she comes from work, I'm gonna look at damn, but she just finished getting like, this X person, like, bro, nah, I can't do it. And as a respect, you talking about like, if she's, I think people tend to look at it differently. You know what I mean?
Of course, definitely.
People always look at that person differently. She's on Pornhub or whatever, she's on that. People gonna look there and people gonna want to take pictures with you. That's just because you that. You just that. You know what I mean? But it's different, bro.
I get you, Bob. I get you.
I think it kind of devalues you a little bit.
Devalues you a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's
so.
Your answer.
I think so.
Okay.
He has
right. He has his right.
I'm
to think like that. He has his right. Javier, you look like you want to say something so bad.
Because the thing about saying something like that is inherently the conversation will never reach a head. Me and Mahamadou could talk about that for 3 hours, and inherently there won't be a middle ground, unfortunately, because something and it's okay. I'm not going to say it's okay, but the idea of saying it devalues you as a person. Yeah. It's a strong sentence, of course.
It is.
I don't know.
He recognizes that. He recognizes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you're aware of what you're saying. I can't tell you what to think. That's your prerogative. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, because look at it, like when you the reason why I said that is because.
Wait. Be careful, though. you said the first part. Be careful with the second part, though.
Yeah, actually, you making me fall back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to say the right way not to offend anyone.
Okay.
But but when you look at it, like, you know, when at that situation, like for example, if I was that person, right, and that is my job, and I'm doing it, you know, as a human being, I think, let's say I want to be with someone, I want to talk to someone, I'm interested in someone, their person is going to use that against me 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? A lot of people use that. They tend to use that against you. Like, oh, damn, you do this. I don't think I could be with you. So I think that kind of like brings under like the, how I say this, like your chances of being with someone.
I think
having a happy relationship. Not saying you can't. You might find someone that's really comfortable and really very confident. Like, yeah, damn, that's my lady. But then you're not gonna. It's not that many people like that.
I think it's just an issue of wording, right? Because you didn't mean devaluing when you say it like that. It's more so just that it puts a symbol on your back that people won't like. Rather than saying it devalues you, you're saying it just isn't as
palatable.
Yeah, to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It doesn't devalue you. It's just a different flavor that a lot of people don't like.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Are we ready for the next statement?
Yeah.
All right. I lie to women to get what I want.
Fuck.
Yo, we all lie, bro. Come on, you all lie.
Well, I'm trying to think.
We all lie, bro. You all lie. At some point, you lied, bro. You said something.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. It's such a like.
At
yeah,
some
I
point
guess
you lied. Yeah,
I
at some
guess
point you lied
at
about
one
something.
point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, is it the way? Is it?
We're in the middle.
I guess middle, right? Because it's not like I do it all the time.
Nah, I don't do it all the time, but at some
Sometimes.
point I think I do lie. You know, so I'm just kidding.
I feel like.
Yeah, reveal yourself.
Yeah.
But is that even like a conversational topic? Because like, okay, so some of us lie, just like
More
I feel
like your intentions as to why do you feel like you have to lie.
All right, let me be honest with you. You go on a first date, you know, you're gonna tell her about your fucking Lego collection. You're gonna tell her about your goddamn PC that you built that cost $1,200. Like, no, you're gonna. Well, hang on.
Conversation.
Yeah.
You know, that conversation, you're gonna make yourself sound more fitting to whatever that person is. That is inherently lying. You're not gonna show the trauma. You know, you're not gonna show the other shit. You know, it's not like you're lying to get like you're not lying like, oh, I don't have HPV. You're lying.
You never know.
You're lying to fit the jigsaw puzzle piece into the whole, not in a sexual way, like in a compatibility way. You know, yeah. That's I think, yeah.
Damn, it's difficult because when you brought up that's like, I'm assuming you're like, I feel like people do put up facades on the first date.
Everyone does. It's natural.
Because you're afraid of like how that person may see your true self. So with that, I can firmly say I'm in the middle ground. It's not like I purposely, like I don't think I've lied to get sex.
Pussy. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
But in this way, the way you're putting it, it's like lying to move the date along to see how this person is in a way, like different goals in terms of relationship and dating and stuff like that. So you're lying or putting that aside to make yourself feel more palatable to this woman.
Yeah.
To see how far this can go. So I see what you're trying to say. But I guess I took it in the sense of like, almost in a manipulative way. Like,
well, that's the thing. It sounds so negative inherently. Yeah. But when you think about what it really entails, everyone does it. I mean, just to be incredibly transparent, the idea of Netflix and chill, that's lying to get sex. Even though it's implied, saying, oh, let's watch a movie, and then 2 hours later you're blowing her back out. You're lying about the inherent premise of coming to the house, even if it's implied, right? That's why I think it's such a strange question where it's like, yeah, you know?
Okay. Mom,
yeah.
Do you have something to add or? Okay.
I muted myself. But I think I think we all lie. I think it depends how you lying. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think, but definitely we do lie. Sometimes it depends on what situation it is. You know, some people lie to have sex. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, but and some people lie to diffuse situations that's going on. You know, to prevent arguments, whatever. Some of us lie to do that. You know, and you gotta talk about the date. You know, when you go on a date, 9 out of 10 you lying, bro. When you go on a date, you add a little bit of stuff to make yourself that cool dude that so that you could like really, fall for it. You know, like, yeah, we all lie at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right, next statement. It is hard for me to stay faithful. This is the battle you have within yourself when you're in a relationship. Is it hard for you to stay faithful?
No, it's not.
Okay. Mahamadou, where's your thumb?
I'm saying that.
You're down? Okay, so
Yeah.
Javier agreed. So I'm gonna let you start us off since these two disagree.
Shit.
Man, I don't know. This is there's no way this is gonna be funny. This is just gonna be sad. I don't know, I don't know how to talk about it, right? Like how do you sorry.
Question. All right. Is when we talking about being faithful, what we talking about exactly?
Talking about sliding in those
Like
DMs.
respecting the boundaries of your relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's man, I don't know, bro. Mental health wise, it just takes one slip up. And it's a slippery slope, I'm going to therapy to ask myself why this exact question right now, Like there's no punchline on this one. Like there's just the facts. It's something that I am ashamed of. And the fact that I'm ashamed of it shows that it's not even something that is like, it's like monkey brain. It's like your little ape, your little roach brain in your head just makes you do or say dumb shit,
Mm-hmm.
It's not, you can be in a happy relationship. You can do everything right. But inherently, for me personally, I think I'm, maybe it's self-sabotage, right? You just push people away, but that just also feels like an excuse, right? It just feels convenient. It's like, oh, feel bad for me. I have mental health. Frankly, I have mental health issues. But frankly, it's an issue, one that needs fixing. And it's something that I think maybe it was instilled on me. My father was a cheater. I told myself I'd never be like him. And maybe I just picked up on it, maybe it's generational somehow. As easy as, I don't know, man. It's so easy to make excuses for yourself.
Yeah.
This is so randomly depressing, fucking left turn.
Thank you for sharing, Javier.
Yes.
You don't
that takes a lot of strength, bro.
It's not. I don't want to be commended for admitting that I'm a piece of shit, guys. Thank you, though.
No, but not a lot of people.
I respect it.
Admit that on a podcast to the public. So I'm just making sure you get your,
I don't know, man. It's because you can love someone so much, and you can do everything, but if you aren't putting, I don't know, man. There's nothing to say that will justify it in my head. Yeah. Hang on. You know what? Come back to me. Circle back and let's see if I have some closing thoughts on it.
Gotcha. No problem. Mahamadou, you got something to say?
I mean, for me, I think personally, I think it was never hard for me because I love being with a single person, just being committed 100%. You know what I mean? Okay. I love being attached to someone. That's just how I am. Yeah. And then another thing, I know how it feels to go through that process of getting your heart break, your heart broken or whatever. Yeah. I know how it feels to be in that. I have done past that lane before. I know how it feels. Yeah. So just me knowing how that feels and then understanding how the pain and the emotions that you go through. I understand all that stuff. So that makes me now want to push someone else through that same thing. Yeah. I'm gonna just be honest with you. If I feel like we breaking apart, then I'll just say, yo, like, it's not working out. Like, I think it's best for us to, like, you know, split away before, rather than me just going out and just talk to X, Y, and Z and trying to figure something. It's not, you know, it's not fun at all. So just me going through that and understanding it makes me stick to one person. Just be like, all right, we committed, and then I said I put 100%, she put 100% in, you know. And it is a matter of energy and seeing how where it leads up to, you know. I never think it's hard. I have seen people committed for like 20, 30, 40 years, and I think I'm always the type of person that think that I'm also capable of doing that, being that person that's being with someone like 20, 30, 40 years. I mean, that's what I want to live. I want to be one lady for like till I die, you know. Be married to that person. Say, yo, that's it. We commit 100%, you know. But then again, you know, people have different ways of thinking. People go through certain things and then they just like fall apart. Also, I think also depends when you get your heart broken. Like, you know what I mean? Like that leads up to you not being faithful too. For most cases, some people like when they go through that stuff and they're like, damn, this person just broke my heart. I guess I can stick, you know, energies use that tip, like all women or all guys are the same thing. And put them in the same, label them in the same group. And they're like, now just because all of them is the same way, I just get to do the same thing. You know, so I just think, you know, it's hard though. Well, I don't think it's impossible.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I was in the middle because I feel like it's definitely work. Not trying to say like something is gravitating me to push in terms of cheating, but like Javier, I can relate and tell you that, yeah, I've experienced like a personal family member cheating, which was my dad. And that, I don't know, I feel like I'm still, what's the word, like processing that. And this happened like years ago.
Yeah.
But it always brought the question like, is it a disposition for men to be unfaithful in a relationship? Like, is it easier to cheat than to not talk in a relationship or end a relationship? Like, it brought fear to my heart because I do not ever want to cheat on Gemise. Like, that's something that's like, I would never ever respect myself ever again. But it brings me to think about like, I gotta watch out for any situations. Like I feel like I'm really self-conscious. Like I'm limiting how close I am to personal relationships with women. Like I try to not be too friendly to even get to that point. Like I feel like my drive to not cheat is work for me because I feel like I have to control every aspect of my life to ensure that I'm not ever put in that position. But as Javier says, like I've never been in a situation where it has been like in the moment. Because I feel like that's thanks to my looks like I'm not the handsomest person. But I feel like in the reality I would I still be as faithful as I am now? If I was more attractive, if I was getting approached by women more, right? Because even Kevin Hart, he mentioned, oh, like when he's going out to parties and stuff like that, he's Kevin Hart. Any woman would like throw himself at him. And he purposely brings his boys there to like push women aside or like you know, keep him accountable basically. Yeah. So he brings his friends into like party situations, public situations. So he knows that like he has people in check that can keep him in check almost.
Yeah.
But that just brings me back to the question, like, is it just that hard for us to have self-control in terms of like, you know?
I think, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
All right, I got my closing thoughts, but I want to say something on that first. I think we just never try. We just expect it to be. You have a system. You do things about it, right? You make sure you're never in that situation. And that's the issue. That us as people, we don't fucking make an effort. We just assume, oh, we got it, until we don't got it. So it's not like we have a predisposition. We're just idiots. and I think that leads to my closing thoughts. Everyone thinks that they're the heroes of their own life and that they're inherently good, right? No one wakes up and is like, I'm going to be a piece of shit today. You know, it just happens. And you don't even realize. One time, and I'm going to expose myself even more, I hurt a best friend that I had. And me and him were friends for about 12 years. And I hurt him so bad that my entire friend group left. Right? I'm not going to say what it is because it's not my business to share. But I hurt someone so bad that everyone left, and I had the indecency to be self-righteous about it, to be like, "Oh no, you're in the wrong." Like, what the fuck? Until he ended up forgiving me, speaking to me about it, and then deciding later on, no, actually, I still don't want to be. Never mind. And at that point, I realized, I don't get to decide for you whether or not, I was a bad person. And I think that has to do with this topic as well. We don't get to decide the type of people we're viewed as. And we don't get to decide the things we do in the moment. We have to be preemptive. We have to have and listen to that second voice, right? Because everyone has that first primary voice that says, do this. Let's get that done. Listen to the secondary voice that's like, hey, hold on there, big fella. I don't fucking know, man. Go to therapy, guys. People watching this shit, go to fucking therapy. Everyone always thinks they don't need it. You need it. I promise it helps. Keep a journal. Fix your shit, bro. Because for me, I think I wouldn't be where I am now without everything to fall apart,
Yeah.
And I think that's sad. But I think that's okay that it's sad.
I feel like it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's necessary. And yeah. I don't know. There's a sad note.
Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next question so I can make a joke or something.
Make a joke. I don't know about that. I can be vulnerable, for example, cry or feel weak and still feel manly.
What just happened?
I cry all day, bro.
That's right. Let them know.
Yeah.
I cry all day. Some people think it's bad for men to cry. I think it's great. Like, you gotta let those emotions out, man. You gotta cry those tears, man. If you want to scream it out, just scream it out, man. Fuck it.
Can I share? I've been trying to fucking I don't know about you guys. It has to do with parental stuff. I grew up being told not to cry. Keep it in. Keep it in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It fucking worked. I have been trying for months. This is not a joke. To get something to make it come out. I can't. I'm very open with my emotions, but I know, like when you just know you need it. You're like, I just need to do this. Yeah. Not happening. It's such a terrible thing. It sucks.
I don't know. I've been told the same thing when I was young, but with me, like when something hurts me, I don't know. I can't hold my tears. It just comes out, man.
God damn.
I could literally sit there and act as masculine as I want to, and I act like I'm that tough guy. Yeah. But then when it hurts me, those tears come out. I can't hold them. It's just like, damn, I'm really hurt. I'll go to my room and really cry myself, sleep, and be like, cool, we're gonna be back. It's just like that. It happens.
I'm like on the same page as you. I mean, for me, I used to be that kid that anger, being super angry brought forward tears. I always cried when I was super angry.
Yeah.
So, even though my mom, and it was mainly my mom, who always shared that sentiment of oh, men shouldn't cry, men shouldn't, do that. I feel like I'm the complete opposite of you, Javier. I don't know what the turning point was, but I think there was a turning point in my life. I completely forget, but I just cried more and more. It's easy for me to cry. And even watching movies that are me and Gemise would watch, and we just watched this crazy movie. It's called Red Dot on Netflix. I recommend it, by the way. It's crazy. I was holding back tears, and I don't know if it's because I've reached that point where I'm comfortable with my emotions, or I'm a sad individual secretly, and I don't really know, but the tears feel good when they're released. So this is gonna sound weird to say, but I pray for the day you finally cry, Javier. Like I feel like it will definitely be like an evolution for you personally, especially with my experience. It's a release. Like it's like your body knows that something needs to come out and it's out.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I'm not one of the guys, obviously, but I tell Hamed, and I feel like I tell you this constantly. I'm like, I'm in need of emotional breakdown. Like I know that it's coming, and I know that it needs to be let out. And it might, to him, I think sometimes it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
but I've grown to get used to that.
Like, but it's like I know that it's coming, like, and I know I need to cry, and I feel like men should be able to get to that point as well. Like just letting themselves be able to say, like, I feel like I just need to cry because I'm in the middle of an emotional breakdown.
Yeah.
And let it be accepted from anyone.
I think men, because we've been told not to cry, but I think a lot of men should just really sit themselves down sometimes and really try to cry, bro. Especially when you're going through something in life, you need to let those tears go. Like, it's such a relief that you would never understand till you get to that point. And you really cry and really, damn, I was really holding on to a lot, We need to like really make that a thing that a lot of guys, a lot of men need to sit down and cry and let those emotions go out,
I agree.
Damn, I'm jealous.
All right, next question. This one might need a little bit of explaining. I feel a type of way when a woman touches me sexually without warning.
Do you guys get that? Do you need an explanation?
Yeah, I mean, I do.
So if she was to just come up to you and just touch you without warning, would you feel some type of way?
Nah, I don't think so.
Says yes. No. Okay. So Javier, we're gonna start with you, and then I'll go to Hamed, and then Mahamadou.
Yeah. I don't like being touched. Like that's not true. I'm a very sensitive person. I put your hand on my shoulder and such. But like I've been to parties where like people will just like grab my dick or like grab my ass.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I swear to God, like they just walk by you and they just fucking grab it, and you're like, I didn't like that. Like it doesn't matter if I like you or not. You're breaching something. If there's something such as like implied consent, like if you guys are like talking beforehand, if it's like understandable that you're attracted to each other, and like you're open to it, but like a lot of times. Even like a friend will just fucking start like they'll slap you on the ass and it's like, all right, I know I'm dumb you think, but like can you relax? Like I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it.
I think I misunderstood the question then. Because literally I thought you were talking like if it's a female individual that I'm going out with, then I don't mind her up, but if it's a random person, then no, you can't touch me.
No,
just women in general.
Women in general.
Stranger,
men as
well. You can't touch me.
If you're out in the street and
a woman is just like, ooh, nice dick, and just grabs you.
And just grabs you.
No, you can't.
Like, you can still be interested in her, and she just goes ahead and touches you. It's just that reach that's happening. Like there was no conversation letting you know or letting her know that it was okay for her to touch you.
Yeah.
Nah, she can't. Nah, you can't touch me. Cannot touch me. Nah, it doesn't work out that way, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Nah.
I mean, for me, I was in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I've never really experienced that. So, I mean, mostly, like, it's just stupid. In high school, like, my friends would, like, dudes would smack my ass.
Oh, that's the.
And that was just, like, in high school. So I just got used to that. But seeing, like, I'm trying to imagine myself being groped by a woman in, like, a party or something. Like, I honestly don't know.
Even your dick, your ass.
I don't know.
Your boobs, your chest, your.
Oh my God!
I feel like I won't.
Yo, that's all.
I feel like I won't like it, but I feel like in that moment,
would
I feel like that?
Would you feel
like it's easier for me to be like, okay, I won't like that. but I've never experienced it to generally feel.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just say,
Makes sense.
Yeah,
us fellas, we forget like that chests are like sexual concepts to some people.
yeah, of course.
How many times have my nipples been pinched at parties? Because I wear, V-necks and shit, where like my chest is popped out, bro.
Yeah.
They see my tiny little chocolate nipples. They're like, "Give me those shits." I hate it. I hate it,
my nipples
bro.
all the time, and I gotta be like,
Well, you're in a relationship, but like you telling me, bro, I'm at a party. They see my little chocolate chips. They try to bite them. They're like, "Come here, bro."
That sounds like sexual
Oh my
harassment.
God, bro.
That sounds like sexual.
Yeah, I mean, the whole
Sound like
basis of
sexual
the
harassment.
statement was that, this happens to women and, there's a boundary and there's a restriction. So it's like men have these same restrictions as well.
We just don't. We're not. It
I
doesn't.
feel like people.
We're not allowed to
think
voice
men,
it.
especially if it's like a woman grabbing us.
That they
Or,
like
oh, he's
it.
a guy. He likes that.
Yeah, we're supposed to like. There's a story. This one time, I was in high school, my senior year. I went to this Halloween party. This girl came up to me. I was drunk with my friend. She came up to me and she like got really close to me and she like fucking grew up on my leg. And I was like, "Hey, yeah!" And I ended up telling the host, and I was like, "Yo, your friend just got a whole bunch of me. Just got a whole handful." And she was like, "Damn, that's great, bro. That's dope. That's sick." And I was like, not the desired fucking reaction, my God.
Oh my
Please. Oh Jesus, I was so upset. Yeah. I was like, I needed an adult.
Oh my
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Man.
We're supposed to like it, and if we don't, you start just getting exactly. Yeah.
That's the problem. Yep. All right. So next question. Ooh, I don't know about this one. I am self-conscious about my penis size.
Yeah, no fucking yeah. Come on.
Yeah, like
Oh my God.
I had a friend who had a 9.5-inch penis. It's not a joke because we
What's
discuss penis sizes.
9.5.
ooh.
9.5.
Or wait, 9.5 or 8.5. One of those two. No matter what it is.
Listen, that's an inch.
Yeah. All right. We'll say. You know what? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll say 9. How about that? 9. Yeah, 9-inch penis. He was like, yeah, I wish it was 11. I'm still insecure, bro. It never goes away. I genuinely believe that. It never goes away. You can have an average penis size. You can have an above average penis size. It will never go away. That's my genuine thoughts.
Yeah, I don't ever sit down and try to measure myself. I don't think that.
You're a fucking liar, bro. I know you got that ruler with the little marker.
I swear.
Like a little ruler.
Literally, I
pencil.
swear. Like, I have never got to that point that I'm like, all right, I'm going to measure. Nah, bro, I never did. Like, literally, I never did. But, and I don't feel insecure. I don't think anyone should feel insecure about what they bring to the table, bro.
So you're not insecure.
Also,
Never. Hell no, I'm not insecure.
Oh, okay. So
you disagree
So you're not self-conscious
about your penis size.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Me and Ahmed are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, in high school, you just hear women say the craziest shit. Any penis.
Oh my God, bro.
What?
They say the nuttiest shit, bro.
Any penises under 6 inches can satisfy me.
Oh my
So
God.
of course, me not knowing the reality of like the depth of vagina, the average size of like penises in general, watching porn, seeing all types of BBCs and WFIs and all these alphabets. It's just like,
What the fuck is a WFI?
I don't know.
It's like, wait a minute.
Right now.
What did I miss?
Yeah, wait, hang on.
No.
I'm gonna go on mute for a little while.
For me, it's just like, damn, am I really gonna like satisfy my girl in the future? Like, can I measure up? Pun intended.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was that dude that measured my penis, and I don't know. For me, when I started college, that's when I began to see it as like a joke. Like, okay,
Yeah.
really, what are we really doing now? And so I like turned it into a joke. Now I'm just like, you know what?
That's
True
the
gang.
move. move. Yes, shrimp gang, bro. I was about to say that. Let's go,
bro. Literally shrimp for everybody, bro. Like, I feel like once I made that connection, it's just the mentality that holds you back. Like, for me, I'm even hearing stories like, even with dudes with like larger penises, don't always satisfy a woman because they think like the penis will do most of the work.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like it's your skill, it's what you know personally, like as a individual that participates in sex. How do you know how to satisfy a woman that really is the measurement of everything, so to speak?
This isn't even a popular take, but like saying like the porn industry has negatively affected, I imagine, most men's views on their own penis. Bro, you see these giant slabs of meat, bro? Giant fucking hot dogs? Bro, I swear to God, bro, those glizzies are gigantic. It got me feeling, I'm like, she's gonna pop out of the screen.
It made you think that everybody had that because
that was
so
the,
many
that it was a necessity, right?
Yeah.
You know, and porn is available at any age, so you see it when you're you know, malleable, and you're like, fuck, I don't have that. What the fuck, you know? And then even if you find out you do have that, and you do a bad job, you know, because you would just assume, all right, well, I have the prerequisite. Me, I mean, be real. Exactly what you said about making jokes about it is what I did about my height. Like, you have to embrace the things that you're like insecure about and make them, you know, everything. Being a short king, saying that I'm part of shrimp gang. Even, I have a genuine thought. This is my genuine hypothesis, and I've said this multiple times as a joke. It's more big dick energy to make jokes about having a shrimpy than to say, yo, yeah, I have a giant dick. That's so out of vogue nowadays. Like, no one does that. No one does that and is respected. That's dead ass. Who the fuck do you know? Yeah, who the fuck do you know?
That requires more balls because everybody wants to hear that you have a big penis.
Yeah, it's like,
and everybody wants to hear that you have a small one, and they will clown you. So the fact that you're putting yourself out there before anybody else is inherently big dick energy.
Shrimp gang! Let's
I like the confidence. I love the confidence.
Right?
I love the confidence.
That's a good theory. I like that.
All right. So this is the last question.
Second to last.
One second to last.
Because we still gotta ask them.
The last question is if you think I'm a little cutie.
It's a
two-parter. Yeah.
It's a two-parter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first part is, what do I want to hear when I ask? That's, you're asking a woman. What do you bring to the table?
Oh man, this is my favorite question every single day. This is my favorite question, bro.
Yeah.
So what do you expect?
What do you expect the woman to bring to the table?
Yeah.
Wait, should I answer last? I don't understand.
You should answer last.
Because I don't ask that fucking question.
You don't?
Never ask that? Then it's fine.
No.
You don't have to answer. You could pass.
You good. I don't know.
About it, if you don't ask the question, it's a
also like a
thought.
mindset,
It's like
yeah.
it's a thought. Like, what would you expect from a woman in order for you to like fulfill a long, full relationship with her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good way. Like, you can mentally ask.
You can mentally
Or
ask
like,
yourself,
what do you expect?
you
from
want a
your
woman
partner
that
to sustain a long relationship.
She's gonna accept your vulnerability. She's gonna do this. Like, you have a list of things that you expect from a woman. But like, if you happen to ask her, what does she bring to the table?
Mahamadou, you want to go first?
Yeah, go first, please.
Yeah.
You seem like you're fired up.
Nah, not really. Because not like with me, because I asked this question because I want to hear a lot, like say a lot of different things from a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have things that I want to hear, and then to see if it matches with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, such as emotional connection. You know, and then one big thing I'm always big on. You know, this guy Javier said it best. He said I'm full. Like right now, I believe we're in a moment that we're in a time that we all trying to figure life out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like none of it. I don't think. I mean, I could speak for myself. I don't think like I could handle like your responsibility, including my responsibility at the same time. You know what I mean? Like take care of your bills and take care of you at the same time. I don't think I could do that at this point right now. So I need some type of support from a woman, you know what I mean? From the lady I'm dealing with, like, yo, you gotta help me out with X, Y, and Z in order for us to like get to that next level. So if I'm telling you, oh, I need a guy that's very independent, he got a lot of money, he could take care of me, buy me this chains, and buy me this jewelry, buy me that. Automatically, I'm walking out the way. I'm like, nah, but that's not me. I'm not gonna do that for you. I'm walking out the door. You know what I mean? Because why I can't afford all that stuff that you asking for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, also another thing that I want to hear from is that how you want to help me emotionally, like having that connection mentally. How are you gonna do that with me? You know what I mean? Because nonsense, like I'm very emotional to a certain degree. You know what I mean? And I need a woman that's gonna deal with me and my emotions. Like, you know what I mean? I need you to tell me how much you care about me, because sometimes I want to hear that too. I don't want to be the only one to tell you, babe, I love you. You like that. Nah, but I want to hear the same things back. Yeah. I'm asking all these things to get the clarity. Do I really want to be with this guy, with this woman? If she's bringing all this stuff that I require, if she's there for me mentally, physically, financially, This is some of the things that I need to hear. But if you're telling me, nah, I need an independent guy that's gonna buy me this, buy me this car, buy me that. I'm not that I love you. I can't do that with you. So the man that's gonna tell me, all right, you're not the one for me, and I'm not the one for you. So I think I need to hear those questions before wasting more time trying to get to know you.
Got it. Hamed, you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. For me, when I ask that question, like, I don't want to hear body parts. I don't want to hear, oh, I bring this ass to the table. I bring these titties to the table. Like, I don't want to hear that, because that's not going to motivate me to sustain this full-term or long-term relationship with you. If that's really and genuinely what you think is going to sustain just sex, no. Like, when I ask that, I want to hear what she's doing in her career path, her mindset on marriage, how she believes she's going to raise her children, what she can provide, her skill sets, what she knows, and things that she realizes that I don't know and that she's willing to help me find out or like learn about. So I just want to see her bringing things that would help us build a relationship rather than just sex parts. Like, I'm not going to tell you that I bring a shrimp to the table. Like, that's not
exactly, because the sex, nonsense, the sex is always going to get better.
Exactly, bro. It's
always going to get better. Sex is always going to get better. It's the main thing you bring. The sex is always good. It's going to get better. Like, going on is going to get better. But,
So for me, it's like, I just want to hear that I'm with a partner, a human being, not just a sex object. And like Mahamadou said, like, oh, I want a man to, like, you demand all of these things, money, bags, jewelry, but like, what's going to motivate me to give you that? If you're not showing me that right now and right then. And so I don't know if Javier, you found your answer, or
I think, I mean, like, all right, I guess I have expectations, but like, they're never strict. I've never been asked to be that person to like support someone. Like, I think it's because they know, they see me, they see the dirt on me, they're like, this guy doesn't have money. But like, I can't, not only could I not, but I think it's just, women that expect that don't come to me, which is valid and good for me, honestly. I think whatever I would want is just to be loved, right? Just to be appreciated and to be able to talk and feel valid in what I say. And like, I think Ahmed said it best in a longer way, just to be treated like a person, right? Like, that's all we ever want. We want someone to understand and appreciate the things we like about ourselves. We want them to like it too. The fact that I like astronomy, I want you to be interested in it. I want you to be able to tell me about what you like, and me to be interested in that too. Unfortunately, sometimes our interests don't match up, but like, we can educate each other. We need to be able to communicate. And like, if we get into arguments, we need to know that it's not the end of the world. And I don't know, everything that I would think, oh, what do you bring to the table? I would have to tell myself, what am I bringing, right? Like,
that's the next question.
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah, what do you bring, Javier?
This ass, this ass. You know, like
These cheeks, that's all I need.
yeah, I got this fucking fat. No, I like to think I bring the ability to change and to grow and to acknowledge that, and I bring nothing concrete because that change makes me want to do my best. I bring the ability to love and to never be boring. I'll always have some shit to talk about. I'll always have a joke, right? I'll always have a good home cooked meal for you. I'll always have fucking, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I have me, right?
I think we all on the same page when it comes to that area, like, you know, of what we bring to the table. But the exciting part is that having someone that you know you could grow with. That's the most important thing. Because now I say we all bringing something different. You know what I mean? You know, if you, let's say for example, you are a teacher and he's a technician, whatever. You guys educate each other on different things that you guys don't understand. You guys learn, you know, and grow together. I think that's the whole purpose of being in a relationship, actually growing and understanding different things and really teaching each other. That's most of what it's about, and really, like, you know, trying to deal with the next person, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think it's not that easy by just saying it, but like doing it is the hardest part. Like, you know what I mean? Actually getting to that moment and really be like, all right, this is what I'm bringing to the table. I promise not to like fight with your promise. You know, these things happen, but then again, you know, it's a matter of like, yo, like, all right, I'm gonna bring X, Y, and Z. I make sure I'm gonna treat you every single day. I promise you to make sure that you're not gonna go to sleep at night being angry at me, or no, we gonna wake up, we gonna go to sleep, make sure that we fix everything we're going through. You know, this is business ideas that we have. We're gonna teach each other to buy a next house, moving together, help each other to get that next foundation, you know, to get to that next level. I think a relationship is more so like a partnership. It's not only, you know, it's a partnership. Like, yo, we gotta help each other to get to that next level.
Definitely.
That's why we're together.
Definitely.
You know, if it's only about sex, bro, like, but I don't need to be in a relationship with you to have sex, bro. You know, it's never that point.
Yeah.
It's mostly having that partnership to teach each other and really grow together.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you bring to the table?
Personally, it was hard for me to determine what I have brought, because I had to struggle with my self-esteem and thinking that the things that I've actually brought were valuable. So I'm gonna think about it in a way of like whether or not it has value, right? So I feel like I bring emotional support. I'm a person that has been heavily sensitive in my past life, and I feel like I have a thorough understanding of how people feel emotions. And so, if you are an emotional person, I can support you by talking to you, maybe helping you find a therapist if you need, maybe helping you in that aspect of realizing who you are as an emotional being. I also bring partnership in terms of like my financial standing. I feel like I'm always growing, always trying to learn new things in my industry. And so I'll always be willing to, give my money to support an idea or give my money to, go on a date, keep our relationship alive and fresh. And I don't know. I feel like I also bring energy to the table. Like, I feel like a good relationship needs to have energy. And if both parties are down, I feel like I'll be the one to try to lift your spirits, especially during times that you just don't want to talk to anybody, or on the flip side, be able to recognize that you don't want to talk to anybody and give you that personal time that you need. Be yourself and collect your thoughts and stuff. So I feel like that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
That was
thank
the
you for having
last
us.
statement.
Thank
That
you.
was the last statement. This was, I think you guys beat the girls' version in terms of like length and time.
Yeah, the episodes have just getting longer and longer and longer, which is interesting.
But to the public, you can find us on Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Pretty much, you can literally Google us. I tried it. You can Google KTCG Radio Podcast, and we appear on every platform. So we're Googleable. No joke. But yeah, this has been a great episode. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
Day, sharing your experiences and your insights, and to the next episode. Peace.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Of
Peace
course.
out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.